Topic Voltaire on communism and democracy. These are his words. Please read them verbatim. Male, British accent, X80 Rococo music and pictures of statuary from that time. Read verbatim. It must indeed be confessed that nature is so liberal to mankind that were all her presence equally divided among the species and improved by art and industry, every individual would enjoy all the necessaries and even most of the comforts of life. It must also be confessed that wherever we depart from this equality, we rob the poor of more satisfaction than we add to the rich, and that the slight gratification of a frivolous vanity in one individual frequently costs more than bread to many families and even provinces. Historians and even common sense may inform us that however precious these ideas of perfect equality may seem, they are really at bottom impracticable, and were they not so, would be extremely pernicious to human society. Render possessions ever so equal, men's different degrees of art, care and industry will immediately break that equality. Or if you check these virtues, the most rigorous inquisition is requisite to watch every inequality on its first appearance, and the most severe jurisdiction to punish and redress it. So much authority must soon degenerate into tyranny. Almost all the governments which exist at present, or of which there remains any record in history, have been found originally on usurpation or conquest or both, without any pretense of a fair consent or voluntary subjection of the people. It is probable that the first ascendant of man over multitudes began in a state of war. The long continuance of that state, common among savage tribes, inured the people to submission. Ambition, avarice, self-love, vanity, friendship, generosity, public spirit, these passions, mixed in various degrees and distributed through society, have been from the beginning of the world and still are the source of all the action and enterprises which have been observed among mankind. Would you know the sentiments, inclinations and course of life of the Greeks and Romans? Study well the temper in transferring to the former most of the observations which you have made with regard to the latter. Mankind are so much the same in all times and places that history informs us of nothing new or strange in this particular. Its chief use is only to discover men in all varieties and circumstances and situations, and furnishes us with materials from which we may form our observations and become acquainted with the regular springs of human action and behavior. These records of wars, intrigues, factions and revolutions are so many collections of experiments by which the political or moral philosopher fixes the principles of science